Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this mould which makes eggs. Now I made this mould quite a while ago, probably well over a year ago, and made these eggs. And if you want to know how I made this mould, it's really quite simple. I will link that in the description below. And what I'm going to be using today is a PU resin in 2 different colours to see what sort of result I get in casting it with a polyurethane resin. Now, polyurethane resins are readily available around the world, but the one I recommend in the UK is certainly, without a doubt, the resin colour one. It is such a great price and it is a really brilliant product. Without too much further ado, let's get on. I'm going to be using my marble powder and a mica powder. Now the marble powder that I use, I recommend, is part of my kit, comes with the aluminium powder and the slate powder, and it's at a brilliant price as well. I've got my PU resin mixed up now, and all I'm doing is pouring it slowly into this mould. Now, I wasn't very good at pouring this in, I must admit, and this shows in the results as well. As you can see, I'm pouring the blue one a lot faster than I was pouring the white one, but I still like the effect. I'd just like to say a quick thank you to all my members whose names are coming up now, and if you'd like to become a member of my channel and enjoy all the benefits and perks, then the link for that is in the description below. So now what I'm doing is I'm just giving it a little bit of squidgy widgy to get those bubbles to come up to the top, and then I'm pouring it out. Now this mould does tend to trap bubbles around the rim, so I'm bursting them, and then I'm going to give more squidgy widgy, and also I will tap the sides. I'd just like to say a quick thank you to all those people that bought me coffees this month and whose names will go on next month's coffee board. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee to help support this channel, then the link is in the description. I'm now going to leave it to cure. Well, this egg is nice and cured up now. It didn't take long to cure up, only took about an hour. And what I've done is I've released the pressure from the edge of the mould, and I've sprayed some water down there to be able to birth this egg, and it has come out really nicely. It's not a very shiny one anymore, and I think it's because I've just used this mould so often. When I poured so it had that base on it, so the egg could sit up like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this off, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to quickly turn this from a dull to a shiny. I'm going to be using some UV resin that I've got here, and I'm popping some in this little shot glass, and I shall hold this by the base while I do the top bit. All I'm going to do is paint this UV resin onto here, and UV resin is nice and thick, so as a result it will pretty much stay where you put it as long as you don't overload it, and that will give it a lovely gloss finish to it. And my advice is, whenever you're painting UV resin onto anything like this, you always leave it about 2 or 3 minutes prior to curing up using your torch, because that way all the little brush marks will move and they'll go, and also all the bits that aren't level or even on it will even out a little bit. As long as it's not in any UV light, it isn't going to cure up. I'm going to leave that now for a few minutes. Check that I've not got any misses on it, because you can always give it another coat if you wish, and then cure it up using my powerful UV torch, which I will link in the description below. Really does make a difference having a nice powerful torch, and it's that one. This has been sitting now for a couple of minutes, so I'm just going over it with my torch to cure it up, and I do this for about a minute. You could put it under one of those lamps, that works just as well, and as soon as this is cured up, I'll show you what it looks like. Well, there we go, that's all finished now, and it's nice and shiny, and it has come up a treat, and you can use that technique on lots of different things. I really like how that egg has come out. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Be sure to check out the video on how I made that mould at the end of this video. And please remember, hit that subscribe button and please boot that like button, because it really does help my videos to get out there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, then the link for that is in the description below as well. Every bit really does help my channel to keep going. Take care, enjoy your resin. Bye.